Hello. Let's run it back a little bit. This is Singe Jungle. Once again, here we are, and I just want to point out some things with the role. The first thing I do is I love to go for their raptors. I think Singe level 1 is extremely strong. This game I took Ghost Smite. And the other thing to note is that when the mid laner has a strong level 1, in this case it's an Akshan, which is based on auto attacks early, it's quite strong. I know I can do this, and luckily my mid laner's on board. So here I am just going to mess with Raptors. Now, what it really comes down to is whether or not I can get this smite. If I can smite Raptors, which I do, I get level 2 and I win. So right off the bat, this game's in a good state. Enemy jungle is tilted. Enemy laners and jungler are probably arguing, which is all around a positive net gain for your Sin's jungle experience, as you will enjoy running around the map. So let's see here. I didn't know where Hecarim would be running after this, but he went right to his red side. I'm not sure if that's accurate or a good thing to do. I really don't play jungle, I should preface. Normally I'm an ADC player, have been for years. This is Plat Elo, and I've been kind of stuck on the ADC role for definitely a handful of years. Always kind of ending up around Plat. So I was like, why not I just try jungle? And I really like Singed as a champion. He was my first champion I bought, first champion I played. That was way different times back in 2015, 2014. But I was like, yeah, this guy's like easy and he's fun. There's something satisfying about just leaving a poison trail behind you and running around, in and out. That's a general tip. Like you just kind of run in and out. Just kind of mess with them. I think Singed is a champion that's good at any stage, at any point of the game. Even if he's behind, he's still annoying. Just runs around. So I'm just going to clear here. The only thing I did skip was my Krugs, because I thought that would just make my pathing a little slow. Plus, I already had won the Raptors, so it's not like I'm a camp behind or anything. And I wanted to get this Scuttle. I like this, one of these river Scuttles, and then normally I back and buy an item. Now sometimes I get tier 2 boots, but in this case, because I got the first blood, I decided, I'm just going to speed it up a bit. I do decide to look for a gank here, and then I get a back. I got the kill there as well, so I started out with the Leandri's item, the 1300 gold, whatever it's called. This is a big int though, so I suppose as a note to self, I have to be aware that Singe is still not that strong early compared to some top laners. Set, who had already gotten a kill and was on a pickaxe first buy, so I kind of lose a little bit of tempo there, which allows Hecarim to get back in the game. Let's see what kind of goes on there. So I just go back to farming. I just wanted to help out that Tom Kench. I place a pink ward. This is my favorite spot for a pink ward in the entire game. And I immediately look for a mid gank. I notice Mel's low on mana here. She's needing to back, but I'm not gonna let her. She can't flash. You notice she has flash available now, and she flashes when she's already dead. That's a very typical thing you'll see on Singe jungle, is you got the poison stack on him in that pace. Akshan also had Ignite on her, but the poison would have been enough. She was already dead there. A lot of times with Singe ganks, you get the goo on them, and they're already cooked. They can't flash, they're grounded. Grounded's a great mechanic. So after that mid, I decide let's secure this dragon. It's a pretty good one. And this leads into a scuffle in the bot lane. Again, I got the goo. And he's a goner. Goo equals a goner. Let's speed this up. I was contemplating a mid gank there, but I was worried my entire red side was being taken since I had shown bot. And as it turns out, I was right. I totally flubbed the smite there. I don't get hit 6, and then I die. So that's the way it goes sometimes. If I had hit that smite, I might have been able to pull that one off. It would have leveled me to 6. I think he got 6 on there as well. Not really sure. I know I have a pretty good feeling now that he runs straight to these. Again, I don't really play jungle, but I think one of the most important things is to try to figure out where the enemy jungle is going to be. I make kind of a desperate attempt here to kill this guy. I'm level 5 still, so maybe it's greedy. Once again, I'm kind of throwing the lead. I think I'm like 4 and 5, 4 and 4, something like that. But it is what it is. I don't think Singed I don't think it's ever an issue if Singe is behind. So with that mentality, I always just kind of push my luck and run. There's running. Let's see what else happens this game. See, now I hold to my guns and I go right for his red side. I don't know why he went for my Raptors there. I just needed to get 6, which I do here. So despite Mel killing my mid laner, I'm gonna pick her up there because level 6 on Singed is a crazy power spike. It's not only buffs your movement speed, your healing, your mana regen, your ability power, your defenses, armor, magic resist, but it also makes his poison trail apply grievous wounds. And a lot of people don't know that. So that's a really important note, is Singe with ultimate can often beat someone who sustains like crazy. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of skip ahead here. I think there's kind of a botched dive as we continue on through the game. So we're just gonna do this at 8 times speed because we're a little behind. I think I lose this dragon, but what results, and you'll see this often with Singed, is even though you lose the fight, your poison trail and your goo and the amount of time it took for the enemy to kill you gives your team a chance to clean it up. Oftentimes the ADC will clean it up. Here Akshan gets some kills. This is all, in my opinion, worth. Even though we lost the dragon, it's 1 dragon and 1 dragon. My Samira now is a lot stronger after that encounter. Okay, I go to my red side. It's up. I know Hecarim died. He's not. And I get a free shutdown right there. As Tom Kench is scaling back. He did a good job of not dying, even though he was behind. And just farming to the point where now he's just like a tanky threat. Again, I get another pick on Mel. I love getting picks on the mid laner. I'm always running through checking on mid ganks as Singe Jung. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna contemplate getting this guy. Reconsider. I kind of run away. My bot lane's on the way, which turns out to be fantastic as Samira picks up a clean triple. So yeah, again, like you don't always have to worry about dying in this game if your team can pick up the remainder. So now Samir is gonna snowball out of control, essentially, after picking up the dragon and then right there getting a triple. Now I know this guy is over here trolling, so I'm going to get the Rift. Rift Herald, that's good. His blue's up. I want his blue. I'm gonna take pretty much everything. Here I am, getting the entire blue side, pushing the wave mid, deciding not to fight. It's a little risky. I'm gonna get a back in, and then I'm going to my blue side. I go back to his red side. Okay, I'm recording a video. Okay, and then I go to the bot side and push this lane here. Rift Herald cracked. We're gonna get some more. Game at this point in the game, it feels like pretty closed out. We just have to continually push our lead, just little bits here and there. Again, I killed the Mel mid laner. And yeah, it's looking good. Team is just kind of scaling out of control. The enemy mid laner is spam pinging her own teammate, which is great. I really want to say Singed has this effect. He's just like so tilting. Like he runs at you and just flips you. Here's an example here. Let's see what happens. Like here I am, I ult, I run in, I put goo on her, I flip her, I dodge, I proc. Took grasp of this game. Conqueror is pretty good too. And I'm just gonna walk out of this. It's fine, she's tilted. The damage is already done. She doesn't even need to die there. Dragon's up, red side's up. Akshan gets a kill. I'm just gonna peek around here. I'm just gonna see what's up. Playing Singe, you'll really have a lot of opportunity to practice your dodge. This was your dodging. That was a little greedy, I will say. Walking right into that Zyra ult, but I survived with 100 HP. I'm fine. I was looking for a camp there to heal. The jungle role is just like so OP in terms of sustain. I mean, you can have like 100 health, clear one camp, and you're at 500. Which is like kind of nutty. I decide here, dang, maybe I should have done this dragon sooner. Or maybe with my team, as my team is all dead now. You notice 4 people dead on the screen. But I know my ultimate was up in 3 seconds. So I crack my ult, and I feel confident that even if Hecarim shows up, I'll not only get the dragon, but I'll put some goo on him, run fast, flip him, and I am out of there. Okay. So, back to running around fast. You notice they're spam pinging. Because it's those kind of plays that are just gonna like completely shatter their mental. And that is excellent. When they are on the opposing team, you want them to be flaming each other. So, I like to play champs that provoke that kind of behavior. I'm level 16 now. Hecarim is 14. That also helped in that dragon fight. I'm gonna clear the rest, and the game will close out right around here. In this case, I want to pause and take a note. I knew, looking at the map, looking at the condition we were in, that this game was going to close. I was level 16, right? I'm the highest level in the game here, other than Set. but everyone else is like 14. These guys are level 13. Um, I'm imagining there's one more fight. So what do I do in this situation when I back with 2400 gold? I actually upgrade my Dark Seal. I don't know if I can show items. Oh, I can. Okay, so at that point I had Leandri's first item. I rushed Deadman's, and I had Rylai's. Um, but this last buy of the game, I was 400 gold off Adaptive Helm, which would have been really excellent at 2800 gold, but I only had 2400. Instead of just like buying parts of Adaptive Helm and being essentially wasting that 400, I spent it all on upgrading my Magi's, buying a Giant's Belt, and getting an Elixir of Iron, the one that makes you big, and gives you like 300 health, and also leave a trail behind you that your allies get like 15% movement speed, all for the price of 500. I kind of go in on it because I'm like, yeah, we're going to win this fight and then we win the game. So that's just something to note as well at some points of the game. Of course, it can have the opposite effect if the fight doesn't go in your favor. You lose your Magi stacks, your elixir is essentially wasted. But luckily, this fight turns out good, and it's a full team fight. The goo just messes with them so much there. You saw it hit like 4 people. And I'm just kind of running around. And I run out, and then I run back in. And the thing is, they have abilities that go on cooldown. Singe leaves a poison trail. So you just kind of run in, you run out, they use abilities. Their abilities are on cooldown. Like what can they do? They can do nothing except stand in poison and goo. So that's the Singe jungle. This was kind of a longer video as a more in-depth look at the role, at the champ, and kind of what you want to do. I love those mid laners who are either AD or auto attack dependent, or essentially any mid laner with a strong level 1. Yeah, so that is that. Thanks for watching.